Yo, what is up? And welcome back to episode 8 of the Getting High podcast. As you can tell, this is a little bit different from how it usually is. I'm by myself, and this is going to be a little bit of an experiment to kind of see how I want to be doing this podcast going into the future. If I wanted to have some Solocast episodes, if I want to keep going on the same route that I want to be going on. Um, and this is also going to be a bit of like a life update for me, and a bit of like sometimes it'll be like a little bit of an opinion piece as well, because there's a couple of things that have been on my mind that I definitely want to share with you all. And I definitely want to get out there because, I haven't been like super like opinionated on Twitter. I haven't really been super opinionated on Instagram, Facebook, whatever I am on. My Facebook is private, but like obviously, like I for those of you who know me, I'm not, when it comes to social media, I'm not very political. I'm not very open about that kind of stuff, just because it's not part of my brand. But here, I think it's sometimes there's going to be things that I definitely want to be talking about, especially if it's a big issue, and especially if it's going to be something that affects my life and it affects people in my life. So, um, that being said, uh, I think the big update right now um, is the fact that I'm no longer on a team right now. So as of the day that this is going out, so this is going out on the 25th. I'm actually recording this on the 25th at like midnight because I procrastinated. It's been a busy week for me, and it's been a stressful week for me, just with a lot of thought going into this. But, you know, so as of right now, Hive Minds has disbanded as an organization. Well, technically, they so the correct terminology is they've gone on an indefinite hiatus, which basically means that they're disbanding the and the team is no longer, the organization is no longer operating. So as of right now, I am no longer a part of a team. I'm part of an organization. The opportunity to stick with the players, and if they wanted to stay together, stick with the organization staff, like the team manager and the other coach, was presented to me, and I decided to leave. And I told the players, and some of them are going to watch this and some of them aren't, but I told them that I was going to go LFT. But right now, as of right now, I not 100% sure that I want to do that. This week has been, although I have been, it's been busy. It's been a lot less stressful than it usually has been, just because I haven't been coaching, and because of the lack of coaching in my days, I'm able to focus a lot more on the stuff at hand, whether it be editing stream highlight videos for Dude Mode, whether it be like planning or managing Dude Mode on the side, and a bunch of other shit. So, it's been like a busy week, just with a lot of thoughts going through my mind, and I'm not 100% sure if I want to go through the entire process of looking through another team, because in all honesty, um, I'm not a huge fan of the new open division system. I'm not a huge fan of uh, just how teams really are built, and organizations within esports are being run, especially at the open division level. It's just not something that I'm a huge fan of, just because a lot of teams just aren't organized. As far as I've seen, like as from my limited experience, because I was only with Hive Minds for a handful of months. Um, I think I was with them for three months. Yeah, so I was with them for about 3 months, and it just like watching teams um, just drop players, disband, all that stuff. That it's just always a risk of a team disbanding, um, especially with internal issues, and yeah, it's just not something that I'm like 100% into right now. Um, and in all honesty, I hope everyone understands that it's just not something that has really, I really don't want to be stressing about looking for a team while I'm also doing all this dude mode stuff. I'm doing stuff for my own channel, and it's just not something that's worth it for me in my eyes right now. Um, but maybe that changes in a week. Maybe that doesn't change in a week. But we're gonna see how it goes. I think when it comes to the team, um, and this is a message to them. At this point, this is a message to them, to each of the players, to everyone on the staff, and all that stuff. I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate the chance that you took on me as a coach and the opportunity that you gave me, to really learn. And in reality, like that's what my goal was on Hive Minds, was to learn. And I learned a lot about Overwatch, and I learned a lot about just coaching. at this point I have 4 years of coaching under my belt with swimming and Overwatch. But when it really comes down to it, um, Overwatch is a different beast versus like swimming. Um, you're dealing with a lot less people in a very intense environment. Granted, yeah, swimming is an intense environment too, but some people take this very, very seriously, and it's a very intense environment. So, um, I was able to learn so much, and I appreciate everyone being there and allowing me to learn as much as I did, because I did learn a lot um, in and out of the game. I genuinely, looking at the roster and looking at the people on the roster, I genuinely, like, you guys were all awesome. Um, you're all weirdos. You were all very energetic, and it definitely, interacting with you guys and getting to know you guys was a treat, and it's something that I'll hold near and dear to my heart moving forward, and it's something that I don't take lightly moving on from a team. It's it's something that, I spent 3 months with you guys. I learned with you guys. We went through some hardships together, but at the end of the day, we were able to put it aside, and we were able to come in 25th in open division. So, um, I'm really proud of everything that you guys have done. I'm really grateful for everything that you guys have put. You guys put up with a lot of shit from me, with not knowing the game as well as I could have. But at the end of the day, I do appreciate you guys putting up with me as a coach. And I really hope you guys all, if you guys decide to stay together, if you guys decide to move on to other opportunities, um, best of luck. Honestly, you guys have some bright futures ahead of you, 100%, and I'll stand by that statement. You guys have some really, really bright futures ahead of you, whether it be in esports or outside of esports. Um, when it comes to the staff, again, thank you guys for taking an opportunity on me, taking a chance on me, because I could have just been some shitter that's like, oh yeah, I coached, and just not done anything, and not been invested in the team. Um, but you guys took your chance on me, and I think you guys have thanked me for my work, and I want to thank you guys as well, because honestly, I genuinely, genuinely, genuinely appreciate everything you guys did for me. Um, so, and I think this goes to say, like, if you guys ever need anything, just hit me up. DMs are open on Discord. Um, so yeah, when it comes to that, I'm not on a team right now. Um, so it's been a bit of a week. It's been a really unique week, with not really having to coach, and really having my evenings and nights open to actually do things. So it's nice. And I'm not going to deny that it's been nice. But I do plan on keeping in touch with them, and I do appreciate everything that they've done. So yeah. Moving on, I think the next thing I want to talk about is the whole COVID situation and mental health, because um, I realized this week that a lot of people aren't in the situation that I am, because I'm very lucky to be in the situation that I am in, to be able to still be living with my parents, be able to have a setup and like be able to do things and create content, maybe not for a living yet, but just as like a hobby, and just as something that you're able to do on the side. But not everyone has that, right? And I'm also with my entire family. Like, everyone's here bar my oldest sister and my brother, and my oldest sister's family. Like, obviously they're not here, but for the most part, like, my entire family's here, so I have people to surround myself with. I have that social interaction, but a lot of people just don't have that. And I just want to say, like, I think the biggest thing right now, the best thing for you to do if you're in that situation where, like, you're in an apartment, you're by yourself, you don't really know what to do, is to just find a hobby. Um, I think that's the first thing, is finding a hobby. Find something that can occupy your time that you really enjoy. If you want to, like, start learning guitar, like, learn guitar. If you want to start learning how to play piano, like, play piano, and like learn those things. Like, there's so many different resources out there that you can learn. If you want to start doing YouTube stuff, do YouTube. No one's stopping you. There's no barrier limit to, like, what you can do on YouTube, um, and like what you can be doing on YouTube. But, like, it's just like your gear, I guess. But even then, you don't have to have the best gear to start off with. You don't have to have the HyperX mic with the microphone stand, with the PC, with the whole OBS setup, with the webcam, everything. You don't need that. You can do a lot of things without all of that, and take those opportunities to like really explore something new and explore something different that you haven't before. Um, on top of that, definitely like try video games. I know this is coming from like a gamer, as like an Overwatch coach, and obviously someone doing stuff with Dude Mode. If you haven't checked out Dude Mode, it's a gaming channel where I manage, I'm in content and all that stuff, and I edit videos as well. But yeah, honestly, like I think if you don't play video games, you're at a massive disadvantage. And I know at that point there's a barrier to that with like money and stuff, just because video games cost money. But there's free games like Apex Legends, Call of Duty Warzone, Fortnite. There's a bunch of free games now, especially battle royales, which are really fun. Sorry, there's something in my teeth. But there's a lot of opportunities for you out there, to really like put your foot in the door for gaming, and it's something that can take up a lot of your time. It's something you can genuinely enjoy. I think gaming right now is like, outside of like doing all of the YouTube stuff, is something that obviously I enjoy and is something that I do in my free time, just because there's some days where it's raining outside, you can't go outside, you can't, if you have a yard, you can't go out in the yard just because it's pouring, and you can just sit in front of your TV, computer, whatever you're gonna be playing on, and just go. You can just play, and you can sit there and spend hours and hours and hours and enjoy it and having fun. So video games is definitely like a big thing that I definitely encourage. And it doesn't have to be like shooters. It doesn't have to be battle royales. You could literally just be, spend $20 on Minecraft. And Minecraft is one of those games that really never gets old. It's a game that I'll always go back to, because it's a classic and there's so many different things you can do with it. So definitely highly advise just going into gaming and doing all that stuff. And finally, last little point on this whole mental health thing and giving advice to how to like manage all of that. Just get in touch with friends, get in touch with your family, and make sure you're keeping in touch. It doesn't take a whole lot of effort to go and send someone a text message. It doesn't take a lot of effort to send someone just a message on choose whatever social media platform or like gaming platform that you want to use, whether that be Discord, Skype, TeamSpeak, whatever. Like it doesn't matter. Just send them a message, let them know that you want to talk and you want to get back together, like not even like together in person, but like you just want to talk, hang out, and be safe about it. Like obviously right now we're in a very different situation that no one's really lived through. This is something that anyone's like in our time has actually really ever gone through. We're in a pandemic. There's a lot of quarantining going on, and the safest way to communicate with people is online. And if you have access and you have the ability to just send someone a message, is really not that difficult. Maybe set up like a phone call, like a group call, maybe set up like a Zoom call, whatever it may be. But I'm sure you'll appreciate it, getting to know and getting to talk to your friends again and getting caught up with them. And I'm sure they're going to appreciate it as well. So go out of your way, send that message, and just go for it. It really isn't that difficult, and there's no reason for you not to do it. So yeah. And I think the final point of conversation that I want to go over today is the whole like mask, wearing a mask out in public, and I should probably take this down. Oops. Wearing a mask out in public and like going out and interacting with people. And to everyone, this even goes towards friends that I know that go out and hang out with friends, just stay home. If you can, stay home. Stay home as much as possible. Obviously, you have jobs. Obviously, there's limiters to what you can do to stay home. But if you have the opportunity to stay home and just relax and be at home, please do that. Please do so. And I genuinely, it will make this entire situation go by a lot faster. It may not seem like, it's a whole lot if one person stays home. But if you encourage your family, your entire family to do so, if you encourage all of your friends to do so as well, it will make an impact. Um, because currently we've been at like this sort of uh, we've been in a pandemic since May, I believe, and it's now July 25th. It's been a long time. Other countries have been able to bounce back and have their number of cases under control, and we haven't. Um, so if you have the opportunity to stay home, just stay home. I know it's difficult not to have that social interaction in person, but it like you're doing the world a favor. You're doing this country a favor. You're doing people who are in a situation like me, where my sister is immunocompromised, my mother's as well, and it's like I there was yesterday was the first day that I've left my house since the pandemic started. I haven't left my house since like February until yesterday, and that's only because I needed to. That was a need for me. Um, so like genuinely, I think it's best if you just stay home. And people can argue with me about this. People can say, "Oh, well, let's just wear a mask, just wear a mask." But it genuinely, if we just quarantined for 4 to 8 weeks, this would be under control. Like our country would have this under control. But people right now are being selfish, and you need to do your part to reduce that. Honestly, because if I have to go outside and I have to leave my house and I have to go somewhere just to get food or whatever, and I bring something home and I bring it to my sister or my mom and I lose them, I'm going to feel bad. That will tear me apart and that will destroy me just mentally. Think about that. Think about that for your own family. If you did that and say your dad, your mom, your sister, someone in your life that you really care about got sick and you lost them, would you still feel good about going out and partying and going to a bar just to bring something like that home? Going out and like hanging out with your friends in person and like not being safe and not wearing masks and doing everything and staying 6 feet apart and all that. Would it be worth it? Would those couple of hours or even couple of minutes with your friends or like just hanging out, would that be worth it? I mean, that's up to you. But if you're really gonna put your family on the line, then I don't know. You're playing a dangerous game, is all I have to say. So my advice, please stay home. Please stay home as much as you can. Please stop assisting in the spread of this disease, and so we can all go back to our normal lives as soon as possible, because that's all anyone ever wants to do, is go back to normal. But right now we can't. So do your part, please. So yeah, I think after that, I'm gonna close this out. I was planning on this being like 30 minutes long, but I guess it's just gonna be like 18-20 minutes long. um and in reality, like, I didn't think I was gonna get that serious about the COVID stuff. But if, again, just think about that and just sit on everything, and I hope you guys are able to take what I have to say to heart. So yeah. Otherwise, thank you for watching. I know this has been a lot shorter of an episode. Next week will likely be something similar to this whole setup, and I'll be a little bit more organized with how I have it. I've just been kind of putting this off, and it's on me, but also it's been a busy time in my life. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like. It helps the channel a lot. It helps it grow a ton. So please leave a like. If you want to see more content and you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Ring the bell to get notifications when a new podcast or a gaming video goes live. I still have yet to do any gaming stuff, but wait for it. There are plans. I just need to actually implement those plans. So thank you again. And I'll see you guys in the next video next week, I believe. So I almost said 32nd, but on August 1st. So I'll see you guys then. And please be safe. Goodbye.